Allie. Join me as I show you how to create these pointed leaf earrings. They're using the leaf duo beads, and if you want to check those out, go ahead and below the video in the description, hit that little show more button, and I'll get you links back to our site. Gather up your materials and let's get started. So to create our pointed leaf design, we're using the leaf duo. It's a 2-hole leaf shaped bead, and we are going to go through the top hole and the bottom hole in this design. If you notice, the leaf has a little bit of curvature to it, so it curves basically one way or the other. We're going to want them to be mirror images of one another, so one's going to curve in and the other's going to curve out basically. To begin, I have some super duos, 15s, 11s, one round trio, and I have one leaf duo because I've already used those in the opposite one as well. To begin, I have onto my thread and needle a stop bead, and this is on about 3 feet of thread to do both earrings here. And I have on an 11 and then 2 15s followed by 3 super duos with a 15 between them, another 11, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my 15 O's. I'm going to go through the top hole of the leaf duo from one side to the other. And I'm going to do the opposite basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of my 15s, along with 1 11. I'm going to sew into the bottom of that super duo and into that second hole of that same super duo bead. From here, I'm going to add 1 15 along with one more super duo, another 15, and then we're going to sew up into the third super duo. What that does is adds another one to the middle there to get that nice design. And I'm going to top it off with 1 and 2 15s, and then sew back through the 11 seed bead that we added first. That gets the first little link there of the design. From here, we're going to go to the outer hole of those super duos that our thread was coming out of. We're going to add some seed beads to do so, adding in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of our 15s, followed by 1 11, and then you're going to go to the outer side, the outer hole of that super duo bead. From here, we're going to go down along the side to the side of the project, catching on with a long line here of 15s and 11s down to that first hole. Coming out of the super duo, you're going to add 1 11, followed by 6 15s, followed by 1 11, and then once again sew through that top hole of the leaf duo. We're going to do the same thing on the other side here, and the 11 is going to almost be hidden to the back with the 15s kind of towards the front. 1 of your 11s followed by 6 15s, 1 more 11, into the super duo. Again, tuck that 11 kind of towards the back. And then here at the top, we're going with 1 11, followed by 5 of your 15s. Just like we did previously, we're going into the 11 that's at the top of the design. Now at this point, if you want to, you can just put on a wire guard and make this your earring falling down without catching around and going through the leaf duo and without adding your wire guard. Instead, or your round trio. So you can just put the wire guard on right there if you want to keep it really simple. I like the color balance of the round trio at the top. So we're going to go in and add the round trio here at the top. To begin, we are going to pour out a couple more 15s. And we are going to add 1 15, and we're going to sew through the center hole of the round trio. The round trio has 3 holes, and we're just going again through that center hole. So 1 15 through that center hole. When you're coming up, you're going to add 1 more 15, grab your wire guard, go through the first hole of the wire guard, go down through the second side of the wire guard, reversing the needle, making sure your thread's kind of caught in the middle there. Add 1 more 15, go down through that same middle hole. So we've only gone down through 1 of the 3 holes, the middle one. Add 1 more 15 and go into the opposite side of the 11 that your thread was coming out of. That's going, oops, and just through the 11, not through the 15. And that's going to balance it out. here and make it sit right in the middle. Kind of pulling that stop bead out of the way so you can see it sitting balanced. From here, coming out the 11 on the side, we're going to add some seed beads around the outer edge, going through it and adding 3 of our 15s. And then we're going to add 1 of our 11-Os. And we're going up through hole number 1 of our round trio. We're going to do 1 more 11 coming out the top here. Skipping over the 15, I'm going up through the wire guard, reinforcing. That pops the 11 on the exterior, down through the other side here, out before the 15. Once you're out before that 15, 1 more 11 gets added, going through hole number 3. Once you're out there, 1 more 11, followed by 1, 2, and 3 of your 15s. Get that starter thread out of the way. And once again, through that 11-O seed bead. That 11-O seed bead there in the middle gets lots and lots of action. From here, we are going up through, oops, not through there. We're going to go up through the 15s that sit right before the 11, out the 11. And we're going to decorate the sides here with some 15s. We're going to add 5 15s and go into our 11-O. 5 seed beads get added onto your thread and needle. You're going up through the 11. That's right at the top near the wire guard. Here at the top, you are going to add 1, 2, 3 15s, and you're going down through the 11 on the opposite side. That just plops those 3 15s right in front of the wire guard. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 more 15s down through the 11 on the opposite side. Now we need to get our thread and needle down towards the base of the leaf duo bead in order to capture some beads along the side. Now that being said, you don't have to do that. You can keep it nice and simple and have it hanging down there at the end, or you can frame it out like we did the round trio. Framing out the round trio, I think, made the color really stand out. We're going to go down through the 15s along the side here, work our thread and needle down into that exterior row, coming down here, down along the side. And I'm just taking my needle and thread kind of wherever it wants to go, making sure you can't see any of the extra thread. Down along the exterior. Grabbing onto those 15s, whole way down and out. Now I'm down at the bottom of my leaf duo bead, and I'm going to get ready to frame those out. Once I'm out the seed beads here, I'm going to sneak over through the leaf duo, bringing my thread and needle so it's coming out the first hole of the leaf duo. 1, 2, 3 15s along with 1 gold 11 through to the opposite side of the leaf duo. We're going to repeat the opposite way, 1 15 along with 3 11s back through the leaf duo. As I come back through the leaf duo here, I'm then going to drop down through those 4 seed beads that I just added along that first side. When I'm out the bottom here, I'm going to add 6 seed beads on one side, then an 11, then 4 seed beads on the other. So what you need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4 are going to be on the short side. 6 are going to be on the longer side. So I'm on the longer side here with that tail pointing in. And kind of just look and eyeball it. You're going to do 6 on this side of your 15s, 1 11-0, followed by 4 on the opposite side. Once you have those seed beads on, you're going to go straight up through the 11-15 combo on the opposite side. That simply frames that out. We're going to connect it to the 11-0 that runs along the side here, that 11-0 bead. coming up through, making sure my thread's not twisted at all. Going through all these 15s. And I'm going to go right up to spot where I can reverse it. Coming down the opposite side. And I'm going to connect on the seed beads here, the 15 to the 11 here. So we're just going to continue that line and row. How I'm getting over there is once again up at the top through the 11-0 seed bead, that is the joiner unit there, around the whole way down the exterior side through the super duos. I know this little earring has a lot of thread going through it. It's kind of fun to build. If you want to, you can even get more creative, adding some seed beads along the side here. I want that super duo just to stand out. Going straight down through my 15s along this secondary side, making sure my thread and needle come out through the 11. And then here's where it ties all in together, going through the seed beads on the exterior. I'm now going to get my thread and needle back up to the top here of the design and tie off my thread end, and that's it. The pointed leaf earrings are complete. They're a really pretty little fall earring. Very, very simple in design, very easy to work with, and you're just using a couple beads along the grand scheme of it. I'm going to take my thread and needle up to that starter thread, take the thread end off, and knot those two thread ends together. Once I'm done and it's knotted, you're just going to grab your ear wire, open it up, and stick your wire guards onto the ear wire to complete your pointed leaf earrings. Thanks so much for joining me to create these pointed leaf earrings. They're very simple use of beads with a lot of stitching, kind of connecting them all together. Remember, if you do want to make your own pair and need to check out our leaf duo beads, go ahead and look below the video in the description, hit that little show more button, and that'll get you back to our website. As always, if you haven't yet, hit that little subscribe button so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.